Hello, my dear friends. It's me, your favorite Slavic friend, back with you again. Today, we have a sunshine here in Ireland, and because this is so rare, I had to come here up, and even though I could barely see the camera, I just need to absorb the sunshine and share the message with you that I have for today. Now, I am getting certified to become a life coach. My name is Irena, and I have decade of knowledge of human behavior, psychology, and everything human emotions based. I had invested tens of thousands of euros in my self-development, and I've been through some journey as a young woman. Now I'm 28. It still feels surreal. I feel like I'm 50. I have loads of friends that are older than me, and I do feel like 50, but saying like I'm 28, actually I'm like, oh my god, where the 28 years of my life went through, where are they gone? I know where they've gone. I have so many life experiences from the young age up to like literally yesterday. So ready to talk to you girls about women. And I first stepped onto this path of becoming divine woman a long time ago. First, I believe like it was always within me, knowing that, looking at my mother and looking at women in my family, and just knowing, have the deep knowledge that there is something more. I'm not meant to live this life like they're living. There is something more. And being born in this age, I'm so blessed. I have been born before the social media thing took off, and I had a happy childhood in early 2010, and then everything social media took off. So we are so blessed to have so much information available to us. And I'm a huge bookworm. I finished 2 colleges, and I'm like having a third certification. And if you're anything like me, you would like to learn, you may be forgotten about your desire to live your truest, biggest potential in your life, but it always stays with you. And this video is for you. If you tried a lot of things, nothing really, it did help, but you're missing something. This is the one thing I'm noticing within my friends, within myself. The last 2 years, this made the biggest shift in my self-development, in my spiritual journey. Although I don't like to call it spiritual journey, because when you call somebody spiritual, you imagine they were like sitting on the mountain doing nothing. That's definitely not me. Like, I need to do something. Like, I need to go. Even today I got my period, and this morning I did yoga. I did watch the episode of my show at the moment that I'm watching, but I'm recording YouTube video. I already have plans for tomorrow, day after. I'm gonna read a book, study. So no, spiritual people are not the one who sits in a mosque or on the mountain or a nunnery or whatever your belief is at the moment of spiritualness. It has to change, and this is what is keeping you capped in this society. This is what is keeping you stuck in the life you don't truly want. And I know it's a big statement, but it truly is the case. I've been surrounded by very successful women for over 3 years now. I've been just absorbing the way they act, the way they hold themselves up, the way they function in the world, and they all have this one biggest thing that I even been told 3.5 years ago from my first mentor. I remember this moment when in one of her courses she said that spirituality, women have to have the faith. Now, faith can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, same as spirituality does. Only thing I'm asking you, listening to this video, just sit back and keep your eyes, keep your brain open, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, re-listen to it. And I know this can be a lot triggering, because I was triggered a lot. I was never raised like in you have to excuse me, English is not my first language. I'm actually Serbian, and in Serbia religion is not big. At least it wasn't in my family. I come from a family, my father's side, they're all highly educated individuals. My grandfather was, God rest his soul, he was a physician, like he was studying physics, that's what I need. And I remember I was always gifted, my grandmother gave me like a book of etiquette for young women. Need to be educated well, they need to talk a certain way and act a certain way and die a certain way. And then on my mother's side of the family, they were, my nanny, even up to this day, she's like, I don't believe, I'm agnostic, I don't believe in God. I believe he's there, but until somebody gives me proof, I don't really believe it. So I'm like still confused about that one. So I never grew up being religious. We went to the church maybe like for Christmas and Easter, and I loved those traditions, but God really never resonated with me, like concept of God. I understood it from physics point of view, that it made sense that everything had to come out of something, this planet. And I understood that we are all made from same atoms, same things, as science have proven. That's why I only like accepted it, because everything that was scientific, even like 3 years ago, I would accept, and nothing that was kind of like, I would see it like religion and spiritual people as woo-woo. Like even people who do chakra works and everything, I would be like, are you okay? So this is all where I came from. So I totally understand you. Like if you asked me 3 years ago if I would record YouTube videos, firstly, no. Secondly, like you record YouTube videos about talking to people about connection to the higher, like God or universe, however you want to call it, I would be like, are you're on crack? Like no, absolutely not. It's not happening. So I don't, just keep your mind open, keep your heart open. It's okay if you get upset with me, it's fine. I am sometimes upset with me, and it's all good. This is how you actually expand your capacity of brain, capacity of understanding others, capacity of understanding this world, because we are all raised and born with certain belief systems. We were raised in different countries, in different religions, and in different school systems. So it's okay if you don't agree with me. It's okay if I challenge you in some ways. It's all good, as long as we are open to receive the other points of view. We're on the right path. Even if you get upset with me, get upset with me. All of my mentors in the past upsetted me in one point or another, but there was something about them that kept me watching, kept me listening, and helped me expand my viewpoints and brain. So I've been talking to you about all these wonderful women who did achieve a lot, have a lot of money, have delicious marriages. This is how I first started. I wanted a happy marriage, and I'm on still that path. But the best way, little tip, the best way to find mentors is actually find a woman. If you're a woman, find a woman who already have the thing you have. If you're looking for a successful relationship, find a woman who have the successful marriage, and just absorb the way she talks, the way she acts, what she believes in, what she does not believe in, and then you'll see if you're only truly willing to be open with yourself, you'll see where you are and where that person that has the thing you want where she is, and you have to close the gap. Now, all these people, I didn't know this at a point. As I said, my first mentor taught me, put an idea in my head that every woman has to have some connection to the higher source, let's call it. You can call it God, you can call it the universe, you can call it the life. I remember when I started, because I couldn't call it a God. I did not believe in God. A universe was too woo-woo for me, so I call it life. I trust life. I believe in life. Whatever works for you. However you have to get started, you do. You do you. Boo. So she put that concept in my brain. So first year I was calling it, okay, I trust life. I trust life. I was affirming the thing. I did not believe it. I wanted to believe it. That there is something above me that always is looking for the greatest, best good of it all for myself, my life. Why is this important for successful dreaming woman? This was very important for me because my childhood was not perfect, as any of ours wasn't, and I had trust even until a few months ago. Trust in man, I could not. My father in the past have disappointed me, let me down so many times that I just couldn't trust men. My mother taught me to only trust myself, so that's how I grew up, to be capable, driven young woman who only trusted herself and nothing or anybody else. And this was very useful in the past, and I totally see it now that I'm on the other side. This is the way of feminism. We had to push through societal norms back in 19th century, 18th century to have the same rights as men. But now for our past few decades, we do have almost the same rights as man, but we are missing that thing that trust that any female in this planet needs. Why do we need it? Because our brain is very limited. We cannot predict what is gonna happen in the future. We cannot predict, if we do this thing, what will be outcome of it. We cannot predict all the negative things. Trust me, I tried to predict all the negative things and I couldn't, and it will drive me mad. On the other side, scientifically talking, our brain is very limited. I didn't know this. I wanted to believe that our brain is inferior to everything. That is what my schooling taught me. That is what my dad's side of the family taught me. If you're smart enough, if you're clever enough, you will make it. That was one of my belief systems, and I did it. I finished the college, even though I didn't like graphic design, and then I finished second college, and I was trying to figure out every little single thing to protect myself. In my past relationship, I tried to figure everything up, to be on top of everything, and that relationship failed. And my first career failed. Why? Because my brain couldn't bring me happiness. And yours is the same. If you've been told the same thing as me, this is very like a Western way of thinking. Most of the world thinks this way. They put human brain on pedestal. They put how do you call it, hard-working culture on the pedestal. But this does not suit a woman nervous system, even woman brain. We can't. Man's body have 7 times more testosterone than us. What does testosterone do? That is a hormone. It gives you the drive, it gives your body strength, it is kind of like energy injection that gives you like power to push through things, to not sleep, to be like have 3-4 hours of sleep and still function. We are just the reality of it. Scientific reality is that we are not the same. Thank God. Like, I don't want to push my emotions back and just drive my body until it like falls down, breaks down, gets diseases, etc, etc. And because we're not the same, we're different, but we both have different, how can I say, we both have different good bits that serves the society and that serves interhuman connections, relationships, marriages. This is why we are different. We bring different things to the table that cannot compare to one another, but are complementary to one another. And one of those things is a woman has to have trust. I've been learning this over and over again because this is a process, this is a curve. For first 25 years of my life, I didn't even know this, that we have to like have trust in something higher than us, believe that somebody is looking after us, no matter if that's God, no matter if that's universe. And it looks different for different people. All the successful, wealthy women have that in themselves. The ones who have successful marriages, they also have money, they also have careers, they also have purpose, they also have happy children. And the only thing that connects all of those aspects of life, yes, you don't have to give up one thing for another, but the only thing that connects everything is belief, trust. And where this all starts, believe first within yourself that you are good enough, that you will always try your best, that you will not be homeless, that you'll always figure out the way to have the roof underneath your head, that you have people to support you, that you have friends that care about you, that you can always ask for help if you need it, but you can also figure it all out yourself. For us overachievers, for us perfectionists, this muscle is like almost atrophied. It's the same. There's two different muscles. There's bodily ones, like they are biceps, triceps, glutes, and there is also emotional intelligence ones, communication muscle, self-awareness muscle, trust muscle, belief that we are worthy enough muscle. And most of the people, I love going to gym. We exercise only our physical body, but our mental health and mental plane is even more important than physical. And you may be wondering why, if trust in something higher than you, the God, the universe, I'll call it God. For me it's God, so I'll call it God. You call it whatever you want. Why other successful people are not talking about it? Because it's controversial. It is controversial. There is like hundreds of thousands of years of churches, of religions trying to make a picture of the God that most of the people in today's world do not feel resonated with. They have some old knowledges that were popular back 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, and with the science and raising of awareness, every new generation has the higher IQ than the last one. And this is how our society, human race, is progressing. Every new generation is like kind of updated version of the old one. Kind of like, you know, when there is like iPhone 13, then there is iPhone 13 Pro, and then there is iPhone 14. Kind of like, if my mom was iPhone 13, I'm iPhone 14, like with upgraded some specs. The same is with humans as well. So some ideas, the way people communicated 500 or 1,000 years ago does not resonate with today's folk, today regular person. Absolutely, it does not resonate with today's woman. Why? Because we are 100 times more educated than women back in the days. Not just women, everybody, but even women, they did not have, we have to remember, they did not have access to education. Now we have like more diplomas, more higher education demand. So no wonder why some old scripts or religion thinking does not resonate with us in this day and age. So you have to find a way to it yourself. There is quite a few, there's a lot of judgments about religions and spirituality. The same, I mentioned it at the beginning. It's very controversial for some well-known celebrity or successful people to talk about it. They will be torn apart. I have only like 21 subscribers. So it's not as intimidating to me, but I still felt anxiety coming here talking about it. But I truly want you to share this with you, to share this knowledge that I collected for years and years, watching and paying so much money to be in the presence of those women. They have trust in something that's higher than them, in the God. Why is this important? I'll tell you a few stories. Firstly, I'm dating for marriage. And at this point, all of the men, all the candidates live in different countries than me. And I know my worth. I worked on my self-worth for past quite a few years, and I'm much better now. So I believe that why I do deserve like a man to travel like the world to see me. Why they didn't, like, why shouldn't I expect a man to travel to another country to see me? Because there is something about me. I invested so much in myself. I lived through so many experiences. So I have the self-trust. But there is always life. And some men are more quicker to visit than the others. And those others are of course my front runners, the ones that I'm more interested in. So trusting that yes, they're busy at the moment, and they will come in month and a half time, as they said. Trusting that they're not there to play with my emotion, trusting that they're not lying to me, trusting that they don't want to hurt my heart. They're doing the best as they can, and still staying in my power of still dating for marriage, of believing that the right person, having set standards, the love list, and the right person will come through. Even a year ago, last November, I had a similar situation with a man from the different country. That we had a great connection, interactions, but he just took too long, and I did not have patience. I think I was talking to him 2-3 weeks, and then I just lost it. I was like, I cannot do this anymore, because I start losing trust within myself. I start having my old point of view being back in, that he's only playing with me, he's only playing with my emotions, he's not taking me for serious. All of those old negative thoughts of low self-esteem and low self-belief came up, and I just had to protect my energy, and ended up this time around it's only like 4 months later, I am constantly seeing the improvement of trusting, okay, maybe this is not the man for me. Maybe I'll find my man in less than a month, before even this man came to visit me, and that's okay. Why is that okay with me? Because I do have trust now. I believe that whatever is meant for me will be. It will come my way. And I know you heard 100%, 100 times, what's meant for me will be. There's even like a song of it. But until you know it deep inside of you, that it is true, that you do have a trust, that it always works out the best way for me, for my life, and not because I'm trying extra hard for everything to be perfect, everything to minimize everything, every bad outcomes. No, because I was trying to do that, and there was always be more and more, and I even make the situation worse. It is because you let go. It is because you know that I know myself. I know what are my standards. I know what is working with me. I know what is not. And I know what I want. And I trust myself to say no. I trust myself to just relax. And even if I get hurt, even if my emotions get hurt, I will know that I will know how to soothe myself. I know how to go through this, and I will know how to learn from this. I truly do hope this helps you. I feel like I've been rambling. This gravity of this conversation is very hard to explain in the words. You have to be open. I know I'm the strange girl on the internet who tells you to trust, to believe in something, believe in God, believe in the universe, believe in some woo crazy things. But I'm telling you, if you open your mind, even though if you're upset with me now, even if you're triggered, you have so many thoughts, you want to argue with me, you can argue down below. Please leave a comment if you understand what I'm talking about, or if you don't, or if you hated this video, just leave the comment down below. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I hope this really helped you. I hope this opened your mind, and don't, I know it's hard to say don't stress about things, because I even today stress about a lot of things I shouldn't stress about. This is one of the cures for your perfectionism. Just trust in something. And start noticing, maybe ask yourself, start noticing where in the past I had quote unquote bad situation happen to me, bad relationship, bad breakup, bad I lost my job, or I lost money, or I had to pay the parking ticket or something. And is there anything that good came out of it? If you go back to that one thing you're thinking about now, that bad thing that still upsets you, the bad thing that happened, just ask yourself, what good came out of it? And you'll see there's always something good. Always something good. It is just your brain. It is just the way you think about things. Always negatively. Always that you only have your own back. Always that men are against you, or women do not like you, or your manager doesn't like you, or your boss doesn't like you, or your friends do not like you. I have a lot of those moments as well. But if you ask yourself, what good came out of this situation, you'll see always that there's something good. And you have to train your brain as well. We've been taught to think maybe just like what negative things, to notice negative patterns, to try and prevent it in the future. So we have to kind of like understand that. This is why I love talking about brains and I love reading about brains, understanding your brains, our hormones, what it is to be a woman, and just being gentle to ourselves, knowing that this is normal. This happens to most of the women, have these thoughts. Most of the women go through the same struggles, and there is way to change. I am living, breathing example of it, and many more women. And just listening to other experiences, listening to other women can open your perspectives, listening to others' points of view, and then asking yourself, what good did come out of this bad situation that happened in the past? And you'll see, okay, maybe that is a good thing. Maybe this happened because I needed to realize how to stay connected to myself. Maybe that's relationship ended to realize that I have to do some things differently. And this is how you change your internal monologue. One of the ways. There's many ways, many different ways. I tried a lot of them, and what else are you going to do in this world if not try to live your best life, the happiest life, the life that's more unique to you, connected to you, than following somebody else's dreams or allowing your brain to dictate your life, allowing one of your organs to dictate your life. That's what I heard of one of my friends in the YouTube video. I leave her channel down below. She's amazing. So are you going to allow one of your organs to dictate your life? Just one of them. Like, how many organs do we have? I don't have the answer to that question, but like, learn about your brain, ask questions, listen to conversations that trigger you, that you want to fight about. I love it. Leave a negative comment on my video. I need some engagement, but don't do that to other people's videos. Do your questioning in your head instead of putting it out there. And at the end of the day, we all have free will to express our own opinions. We all have free will to believe in whatever we want. This is only the facts I learned through the last 10 plus years of my life, all of my life, 28 years of my life. I tried a lot of things. I always had an open mind. I tried a lot of things, and this is what I noticed in successful people like myself, that are just rules breaker, that want it all and are not settling for anything else. So which one do you want to be? Do you want to allow one of your organs to run your life, or do you want to have it all? But having it all is uncomfortable. It's a long road of uncomfortable, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And I'll talk to you soon. Please do subscribe. Please do leave a like or comment, and watch my next video.